Admiral Thorne stood at the observation deck of the orbital defense station, watching the massive Draconian fleet approach Earth. 2,000 vessels strong. Their dark hulls gleamed with an ominous purple energy that had struck fear into countless civilizations across the galaxy. The reptilian Draconians had never met defeat in their 3-century expansion campaign. "Sir, they're demanding our immediate surrender," reported Lieutenant Kane, his voice steady despite the overwhelming odds. "They claim resistance is futile." Thorne smiled grimly. The Draconians had made the same demand to 47 other worlds. Each had fallen within days, their populations either enslaved or eliminated. But Earth was different, though the aliens didn't know it yet. "Send our response," Thorne ordered. "Humanity declines." Across the solar system, the message reached every human settlement. From the mining colonies on Mars to the research stations orbiting Jupiter, the response was unanimous. Humanity would not kneel. Commander Vex, leader of the Draconian Armada, received the human reply with amused contempt. These primitive mammals had barely achieved interplanetary travel. Their technology was centuries behind Draconian standard. Their refusal was nothing more than the desperate posturing of the doomed. "Begin the bombardment," Vex commanded from his flagship's bridge. "Reduce their major cities to ash. Leave enough survivors for the slave markets." The first wave of Draconian vessels descended toward Earth's atmosphere, their plasma cannons charging with deadly intent. But as they crossed the threshold between space and sky, something unexpected happened. They simply disappeared. Not destroyed, not disabled. Gone. Vanished as if they had never existed. The remaining fleet detected no explosion, no energy signature, no debris. One moment the ships were there, the next they weren't. Vex's scaled features contorted with confusion and rage. "What sorcery is this? Deploy scanning arrays. Find our missing ships." The scanners revealed nothing. It was as if the vessels had been erased from reality itself. What the Draconians didn't understand was that humanity had spent the past century not just advancing technology, but revolutionizing it. While other species followed predictable paths of development, humans had embraced chaos theory, quantum mechanics, and dimensional physics in ways that defied conventional wisdom. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, Earth's chief quantum physicist, monitored the engagement from a hidden facility deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. Around her, banks of computers hummed with calculations that would have driven alien mathematicians to madness. The humans had weaponized uncertainty itself. "Phase variance holding steady," reported her colleague, Dr. Marcus Webb. "The quantum displacement field is operating within normal parameters." The technology was humanity's greatest secret. While alien civilizations built bigger guns and stronger shields, humans had asked a different question. What if the battlefield itself could be changed? They had developed the ability to shift localized spacetime, creating pockets of dimensional instability that could swallow entire fleets. But it required something that other species lacked: the willingness to bet everything on an untested theory. Humans had built their entire planetary defense around a technology that had never been used in actual combat. It was madness by any rational standard. It was also working. As more Draconian ships approached Earth, they met the same fate. Each wave vanished without a trace, pulled into dimensional folds that existed between reality and possibility. The fleet that had seemed invincible minutes before was being systematically erased. Vex's communications officer, trembling with fear, reported incoming signals from across the galaxy. Other species that had surrendered to the Draconians were watching the battle through long-range sensors. The news was spreading. The unstoppable fleet was being stopped. "How is this possible?" Vex demanded, his voice a mixture of fury and desperation. "They're primitives. Their technology is inferior." But that was exactly why it worked. Human innovation had never followed established patterns. Where other species sought perfection, humans embraced failure as a learning tool. Where others demanded certainty, humans thrived in chaos. Their greatest strength wasn't their technology, it was their refusal to accept limitations. As the last of his ships vanished into quantum oblivion, Vex finally understood. The humans hadn't built better weapons or stronger defenses. They had changed the rules of warfare itself. The Draconian, flagship isolated and powerless, received one final transmission from Earth. This is Admiral Thorne of the Human Defense Force. Your fleet has been neutralized. You have 30 minutes to retreat beyond our solar system or join your ships in dimensional exile. Choose wisely. Within the hour, news of the Draconian defeat had reached every corner of the galaxy. The species that had seemed invincible had been utterly defeated by a race most considered primitive. The psychological impact was immediate and devastating to the Draconian Empire's expansion efforts. But for the dozens of enslaved worlds watching in amazement, the message was different. If humans could make an entire fleet disappear, what else might be possible? Revolution sparked across the galaxy as oppressed peoples found new hope. Humanity had done more than defend Earth. They had proven that innovation and courage could triumph over seemingly impossible odds. The galaxy would never be the same. The age of human expansion was about to begin.